My daughter bought a little tiny house here as a rental, and we're doing a little work inside. She had it re-roofed. She had it painted, although she's going to have the guys come back and do some touch-ups after the new windows and stuff are installed. She had everything spray foam for insulation, tore out all the drywall, and my oldest grandson and a friend of his have begun putting the sheetrock back up. She had it completely rewired. The electricians, the only thing they have left to do once it's drywalled is they're going to put baseboard heating in. Right now it's got a small ventless gas stove in it. Keeps it nice and toasty in here. Once the baseboard heats in, it's extremely easy to heat, so it won't be too bad. And this is the main bathroom. The flooring in it was pretty bad shape. In fact, over here on the floor are some of the joists we took out. This house was built in 1952. So being untreated rough cut lumber, they did pretty well. And the only problem I see with this new stuff they put in here the other day is it's too close to the dirt. So I'm going to take a little time before I start plumbing in here and pull that dirt away from that 2x8 down there. I left that one board over against that wall at my direction, even though on the drain end of the tub here it shows a little rot. You see the way that 2x4 is, this thing's a couple inches out of plumb. So in order to get this floor level in here, that's what they had to do. And we'll just sister another board up there, and if that gets in the way of the sheetrock, we'll just cut it down with a sawzall, skill saw, whatever, which I think we'll probably do anyway. The toilet drain was kind of in the wrong position, so we're going to angle that over here, and I'll cut that pipe off and angle it up through the floor the way it should be. The drain pipe is galvanized, and right here where the tub drain was, there was a trap, and this is the most unique thing I've ever seen. I used to be a plumbing inspector, building inspector, and even some of the old houses that I went through inspecting, I've never seen a trap like this. So that's quite unique. It's obviously been in there since the house had been built. And she bought this house, the sewer clean out's right here. Got a speaker magnet over it right now, but the cap has been broke off at some point in the past. So that'd be another little task I'm going to have to do to get that repaired. So once I get this dirt dug away, I'll start laying out the pipe. Of course, we're going with plastic, and we've got, of course, the tub over there. Like I said, the little room they built here is where the vanity's going to go, and then the toilet on this side. I'm trying to get this all roughed in so that they can put the flooring back in here this weekend. gave that board a little clearance. Since this isn't treated, I figure I'm going to go ahead and put some wood treatment on it. Although these old rough cut 2x4s, 2x6s, and 2x8s I had in this house from 1952 were not treated. Managed to get some of the drain pipe dry fitted. I'm just measuring the tub up now to make sure I get this pipe in the right place. These are all going to be fitted with Studer vents. We're not going to make any penetrations out the ceiling. Whoever started to plumb this bathroom before my daughter bought this place used the same color tubing. I've got to add on to these lines for the vanity, and I'm going to use red for the hot. We've got this, I've got it stuck up there. We've got one of them marked with red, so I'm going to trace it back for sure, but we're assuming right now that that's the hot water. Once I get that vanity run over in red, then I don't have any problem with figuring out which side is hot. Here in the kitchen, this floor decking isn't put down yet. So I got a little bit of a pit down there. The hot water heater, which sits over here in this little closet, is not connected to the water line yet. We're going to connect that up, make sure all my cold water's cold and hot water's hot. Got to figure out what they did here in the drain. I'm going to take a garden hose and flush these drain lines all the way out and watch the clean out outside, just to make sure that we don't have any issues with our drains. If we have to dig up this old drain line, and it's going to be quite a project. This thing has a vent, goes right up through here. And I just don't want to mess with that, because in this little addition down here where the washer and dryer go, that's where the water line goes outside. I assume that the drain line lines up with that clean out there. Even back in the early 50s they tried to line things up. Problem is, none of this house has any crawl space at all. What you see here in the bathroom group is essentially what's everywhere underneath this house. And this old house has been added on to probably 2 or 3 times. So there's just absolutely no space underneath of it. And initially I wanted to have my daughter insulate the floors in this place, and it just turned out to be a nightmare. I think as well insulated as the rest of the house is right now, she's not going to have to worry too much about it.